Hey you guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to y'all about psychic attack, witchcraft, spiritual warfare, evil eye, all of the above, and how to handle it. If it's your first time dealing with it, or maybe you just became aware and you don't really know what to do, I wanted to give you guys some tips. And I always try to be very clear in my content that I am not an elder by any means, okay? But in this department, I have a lot of experience, girl. I dealt with psychic attack as a child, as a young adult, a teenager. Truth be told, I was getting attacked in the womb. Like, before I came to Earth, Nikki was fighting already. Truly. That's a whole separate video that I'll make about that part of my life, and the beginning stages. But, my point is, I have grown a lot because it's just part of my path, and I know how overwhelming it can be, how isolating it can feel. Like, I don't want you guys to feel what I used to feel when I realized that someone was spiritually trying to hurt me, or maybe they weren't deliberately lighting candles and they weren't, killing chickens and goats and stuff trying to hurt me. But they were sending me a lot of hate, a lot of mal de ojo, a lot of envy and gossip and negativity, which can manifest the same way as witchcraft. Okay? Witchcraft always starts in the mind. Okay? That's what I want y'all to remember. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you remember nothing else from this video, please remember what I'm about to tell you. I'm going to tell y'all what my godparents told me a long time ago. If someone is trying to attack you, the best thing that you can do is cleanse yourself, protect yourself, and move on. If you don't know how to cleanse and protect yourself thoroughly, like I'm talking about something a little bit stronger than lighting some sage or lighting an incense stick. I'm talking about spiritual baths and cleanses. There's a million ways to cleanse yourself, but something that's really, really going to cut through negativity, and then also following that up with some type of protection. There's a lot of ways you can do that as well. If you don't know how to do these two things, whether you're under attack or not right now, if you're on your spiritual path, it's fundamental. Okay, it's paramount, because it just sets the tone for everything that you're trying to manifest or not. I do offer spiritual coaching sessions. You can go to sirensnectar.com and get information on that. But I have been told that I'm a pretty good teacher, because I really, really try to break things down for y'all, and I do have ADHD, so I really try to make it simple and easy to follow and understand, because again, I know in those baby stages how unprepared you can feel and you can be. And that is how I got on my priestess journey, was someone attacked me. And I was aware of this. She was a coven mother. Like, I was in a coven one time in my life. And I had left the coven, and she was pissed off. The girls were pissed off, and threw some stuff, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I went to a botanica one day, and I asked the lady there if she knew anyone that could do a cleansing, and she recommended me someone. And long story short, I went to him to get that brujeria off me. I was very vulnerable. I was too trusting, because I felt like, I know nothing, please help me, and he saw that. And he started working me. At that time, he was my elder, and he eventually became my boyfriend as well, which, if you're new to this path, is not okay. You should not be dating your elders. Your elders or spiritual mentors should not be trying to date you either. It's either or. Either y'all are on a date, or they'll spiritually teach you. Because it's just not appropriate. It creates power dynamics that are not healthy for you or your growth. But he was working me from day one. And what was happening, and I know a lot of y'all deal with this, he was saying that it was one person or multiple people actually that was attacking me, and it was actually him the entire time. I was his guinea pig. I was his experiment. He loved seeing what he could do or what he thought he could do, and I trusted him. So every time that I went to him with different symptoms or, things were happening in my life, he always very quickly knew what it was and knew how to fix it every single time. Why? Because he was the one doing it. He was helping me just to hurt me. So sometimes the enemy is a lot closer than you may think. And that's why if you feel like you're under a psychic attack, you really need to do a thorough inventory of the relationships in your life. And if you don't feel like it's someone currently in your life, it could be most likely it's someone from your past. Okay? But I want to touch on the last part of what I told y'all. I said cleanse yourself, protect yourself, and then I said move on. This is where a lot of people fuck up. They realize they're dealing with witchcraft, and they either go to social media or they might even confront the person that is doing it to them. No. Some of y'all's parents did not make you read the Art of War like mine did, and it shows. It shows. I see this a lot. These online witchy spiritual wars that will go on for years. Years. Because one or both people are so caught up in the back and forth, in, puffing their chest up and asserting dominance over the other person. Look what I can do. Oh, I fucked you up this time. I won this time. And they just go tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. It's crazy. Okay? Some of these witches and some of these warlocks out here are crazy. So if you are looking for someone to help you, go to someone that seems like a balanced, holistic practitioner. Meaning, they live a normal life. They're not always around some pots. They're not always around a cauldron. They're not always in front of their spirits and their shrines or their altar. They're living a life. They have a good support system, family, friends, loved ones. They have a stable job. They're not just in this spiritual realm 24/7. Also, a red flag to look for. If they are always on social media or in real life talking about hurting people or war and things like that, focusing on that aspect of spirituality, that's a red flag. That person will drag you to hell. Because that's all they care about. That's the only reason they probably got into spirituality, was for cheap gains like fame, fortune, beauty, love, power. A lot of people that are throwing this work at this time right now, a lot of them, 9 times out of 10, they are energy vampires. That's what I'm saying. Do not feed the beast. If you honestly feel like you need to talk to someone about it, first and foremost, line up a candle to your guardian angel and the ancestors that are good to you and that walk with you. Okay? That's the easiest connection that you can make. Ask them, vent to them, give them a chance to lead you to the right people to help you. That's where I fucked up. I did not use discernment. That's how I ended up with 2 elders. One was a woman, the other one was a man, that secretly were trying to hurt me, siphon off of me, bind me, etc. because I did not ask my higher self and God and my spirits for help. I wanted to do it my way, like many 23-year-old ladies do. Because I thought, oh, I'm 23, I have it all figured out. Girl, no you don't. pray for discernment. Pray for discretion. Have some discretion. But at the same time, don't be going to 5 or 10 different people, getting readings and stuff, opening yourself up, looking for help. If you feel like someone can help you, look at their content. Look at their life. How are they living? Are they living a decent life? Okay? Because if someone is drowning, it's hard for them to help you. You know? And, ask yourself if the person that they are is someone that you would like to be. Not in a copying way, but in a spiritual, energetic match type way. Like, are they a good person? Do they have good values? Do they have stable character? Are they mentally sound? Excuse me. Are they always in some drama online or in real life? You know? Like, I might make my ranty, bitchy videos every now and then when something really, really touches me and touches my spirit. That's my shadow. That's my dark feminine. That's my Indoki, my Hecate coming out. But I'm not always like that. That's like maybe 10% of the time. The rest of the time, I try to be uplifting to you guys. I try to be positive and a source of light and happiness and joy and all those good things. And I've dealt with the opposite. You know, there's a lot of spiritualists that crave power. They crave recognition. They crave, again, very worldly things. And this is like going off on a tangent, but whatever. I've been called materialistic because of my desires and how I carry myself. But that's not why I'm on my path. I'm on my path for my soul. Because lifetime after lifetime, your soul, your spirit, is all that you take with you. You know? I'm here for my growth and my happiness and my evolution and my joy. That's why I got on my path. Not to hurt people, not to have power over somebody, because it's never going to be enough. You know? If that is where you find your validation, if that is where you find your source, it's always going to be fleeting. So before you open up a can of worms and get on your spiritual journey, ask yourself why. And it's okay to desire things. It's okay to want to do manifestation rituals, to draw things into your life and achieve certain goals and stuff. It is. That's a big part of it. I would be lying if I said that I also didn't come onto my path to have some power over my life. A lot of women come to witchcraft when they feel powerless. Excuse me, because it's the divine feminine remembering who she is. And women, we are naturally connected to source because we transport little souls here, right? Even if you never had a child, even if you never give birth, if you were born with a womb, you have a direct channel to the universe at all times. Because you are the medium, you are the transport system. That line of communication is always there. Our feelings, our intuition, our spiritual depth, like, as the divine feminine, when you're tapped in, it comes very, very natural to us. And a lot of these energy vampires see that and know that, and they want a piece of it. Okay? They will try to siphon off of you. They try to feed off of others. They try to do things like destiny swapping. And if you're dealing with those things, the best thing that you can do, honestly, cleanse yourself, protect yourself, and move on, and take care of yourself. There's a moth. I have a moth in my room. His name is Jose. I've been trying to get him out for about 2 weeks now. He's not going anywhere. Where was I going? Oh, they will try to siphon off of you. They will try to feed off of you. They will try to drain you. And another red flag, and some people might get up in arms about this. I'm going to say it anyway. a lot of the energy vampires, like deliberate energy vampires and siphoners that I've met and that I've seen, have a Luciferian / Satanist background. So if you are looking into connecting with a certain practitioner and they have that background, just make sure that you do your research. I'm not saying all Luciferians or all Satanists apply this crap to their practice, but a lot of them do. Because of certain rituals and certain things that are taught and practiced in that path. And it's gross. It's very low level, and that is why these people will try to do everything that they can to try to lower your vibration. They'll attack your mental health. They'll attack your finances. They'll attack your love life, your health, your happiness. They want you down in the dumps because it's easier to reach you. And everybody's going to have bad days. Everyone's going to have challenges. But it's important to do your best to take care of yourself and not get so caught up in the attacks. That's the best thing I can tell you guys. And for a long time, and I've said this many times, the reason that I have kind of trickled spiritual warfare into my content and it's never been my main focus is because I didn't want to feed the beast. And I truthfully don't like talking about it on social media because I know certain people get off on it. But fortunately or unfortunately for me, this is part of my calling. This is part of my path. That's why I've dealt with it so much. Because one of my purposes is to teach others and guide others that are dealing with the same crap that I used to deal with. I don't deal with it anymore. I'm not at war anymore. I'm not. I've gotten stronger. I've learned my lessons. If someone tries to hurt me, it bounces right off. Because number one, I stay on top of my game. And number two, I've expanded my container, my capacity. I've raised my vibration, and I've done a lot of inner work. And I've broken a lot of ancestral and generational curses that their low-level ass brujeria tried to prey on in the first place. It led me to my healing. It led me to helping uplift my lineage and my bloodline and making sure that I don't relive certain experiences and I break patterns and I break cycles. You can learn a lot when you're under attack. You can. It will show you who you are and what you're made of. Truly. It will. And as a feminine woman, when I first started knowingly dealing with this crap a few years ago, I was very uncomfortable because I was in my feminine energy. I was in my soft and, sexy and vulnerable energy. I had never tapped into my warrior side yet. And the feminine, when she's in alignment, she handles warfare a lot differently than the masculine does. Yes, sometimes we have to tap into our masculine side and we have to pick up our sword and tap into that darker, I'm not going to say darker, but more dense, more heavy energy, because we all carry masculinity within us, right? But there are certain ways that you can approach this as a feminine woman so that you don't feel like you're too much on your masculine. And my follow-up to that is I am going to make a video probably when I get off of this live about endulzamientos, about sweetening work, and how they can actually help us during times of psychic attack. And it's just something that I learned over the years, and for a long time it was my secret weapon because it always gave me something to look forward to. It always uplifted my spirit when I would do that type of work. And that's very important. And it's crucial to keeping your vibration high. Is tapping into that good energy after you've cleansed and protected yourself and done the basics. Okay? So again, if you would like some spiritual coaching from me, you can either DM me here on Instagram, or you can go to sirennectar.com and I will help you. And same thing if you want a reading from me. Okay? I love you guys very much. I hope this helps someone. Don't get super caught up in the warfare. Just take care of yourself and you'll be okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. I had some very, very bad people try to do some very, very bad things to me, and I'm still here. Okay? There is hope. Alright, I love you.